Hello, my dear students. How are you today?
Hello, teacher. I'm fine. And you?
Okay, fine, fine, thank you. That's a good day. And hello, Selena. How are you today?
Hello, teacher. I'm fine, and you?
Ah, fine, fine. Very good. And Jennifer, how are you today?
Fine, thank you. It's a beautiful day. It was a beautiful day. I'm okay.
Okay, okay, thank you. Nailin, tell us about your holidays.
Mm, and my holidays were similar to other days. I
Yeah,
yeah,
why?
I did I did my desk and what can I say? And relax just one
Yeah.
day. And I relaxed just one day. The rest of the weekend I did all my tasks.
Okay, okay, excellent. And Selena, tell us about your holiday.
Okay, teacher. At Easter, I shared time with my family, something that we don't usually do since my parents are always working and I stay alone with my sister. Um, I also went to the church with my mother. She's Catholic and I am Christian. And we visit some aunt from near sectors.
Okay, excellent, excellent. For Jennifer, how about your holidays? Oh, I can see my dear students. I prefer to see you.
In the last week, I'm not to do too much. Just rest. On Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, I rest all the time. I sleep a lot, so I'm happy with that.
Okay.
And no more. I'm not visit. No one, no places. Just um, stay at my bed and watch a lot
Oh,
of series of Netflix.
okay, okay, that's an excellent plan. Okay, my dear students, today we are going to talk about corruption. But first, I share a video about corruption and then try to explain what is the most important thing about that topic. Okay, corruption. It's a little sad, but it's important to talk about it. Okay. Okay. The topic is the cost of corruption. What is the cost of corruption?
Yes, probably. Most countries
You can hear the video?
Yes, teacher.
Okay, excellent.
in the world do, at least according to Transparency International. Its Corruption Perceptions Index scored 180 countries on a scale of 0 to 100, where 0 means a country is perceived to be highly corrupt, and 100 means it's seen as very clean. More than 120, or two-thirds of those countries, scored less than 50, and the average score was 43. Definitely a failing grade to most people. But corruption isn't just a moral issue, it's an economic issue. and it's costing the global economy and you a lot. It's difficult to place an exact number on the global cost of corruption, but by most estimates, it's in the trillions. That's a lot, more than the entire GDP of most countries. Countries regarded as less corrupt, like New Zealand, Denmark, and Singapore, tend to have smaller populations. Most of the countries on the list have less than 10 million people. Size doesn't guarantee a lack of corruption. Some at the bottom of the list are small as well, but they tend to be war-torn countries like Somalia, South Sudan, and Syria. But most of the world's most populous countries are pretty far down the list. There's China coming in at 77, India at 81. And it gets worse for emerging but huge economies like Indonesia, Brazil, and Russia. Do you have a little money for tea? That's local slang for a bribe in countries like China, India, and Thailand, where tea money is deeply entrenched in society. Last year, a survey estimated that 1 in 4 people in Asia Pacific paid bribes to access public services like getting help from the police or getting an identity card. Police officers were the most likely to demand a bribe, and poorer and younger people were more likely to pay it. It may seem trivial, but not when you think about it on a bigger scale. The IMF estimates that the annual cost of bribery is between $1.5 and $2 trillion, about 2% of global GDP, and that's only one type of corruption. Other types of corruption include money laundering, embezzlement, and fraud. The Turkish have a saying, a fish rots from the head down, meaning that problems start from the top. And the Panama Papers have given us a glimpse into how much rot has gotten into the system. Encompassing 11.5 million secret files, the Panama Papers is one of the biggest document leaks in history, revealing just how much wealth has been hidden in offshore accounts and tax havens. To be clear, offshore accounts are legal, but the papers brought up fundamental questions about the ethics of tax havens. The papers revealed links to 140 politicians and public officials, of which 14 are current and former heads of state. As a result of the revelations, the prime ministers of Pakistan and Iceland were forced to resign. The world's second highest paid athlete, Lionel Messi, was named and charged for tax evasion, while a suspected billion-dollar money laundering ring was linked to close associates of Russian President Vladimir Putin. The Panama Papers wiped out $174 billion off the market capitalization of nearly 400 companies, making it the largest financial loss following a corporate scandal in history. And it's not just companies. Corruption can cost countries their economies. Brazil was once a high-flying emerging economy, but since 2014, it has been gripped by the car wash scandal. Originally a money laundering investigation, it became one of the largest corruption cases in history. At the core of it was state-owned oil firm Petrobras, which accounts for 10% of Brazil's economy. Its officials were allegedly accepting huge bribes in exchange for lucrative government contracts. The case led to prison sentences for top executives, billions of dollars in fines, and more than 100,000 people being laid off. Brazil plunged into recession. Its GDP contracted sharply, while unemployment rates hit record highs. Brazil's not the only case. Economists have found that corruption usually hurts a country's economic growth. Why? Corruption can result in fewer investors wanting to put their money in the country. One study found that a 1 unit increase in corruption levels can reduce foreign direct investment per capita by about 11%. Corruption can also discourage people from paying taxes when they perceive that taxes are simply going into corrupt pockets. That means less.
Okay. Okay, that's all for the video about corruption. What is the cost of corruption? Jennifer, what is your opinion, the cost of corruption? For example, in our country.
Well, in our country, the corruption is the biggest problem of Colombia. No drugs, no No.
Poverty,
How do you say insecurity? Inseguridad?
insecurity. Yeah.
Insecurity. No, this is the last problems. The biggest problems is the corruption, because the corruption is in the government, in the high politics, and um, the it's sad because the people, the the Colom- Colombians, no, how do you say Colombianos?
Colombian people.
Yeah, Colombian people protects them and vote for all the same people. Wait, teacher, wait a minute.
Don't
My
worry.
computer is it's dead.
Okay, don't worry. Nylan, what is your opinion the cause of corruption?
I think the same way that my mate Jennifer. Corruption is the biggest problem in Colombia, and it causes um, how can I say it? Or it affects to all the people. For example, the el sistema de salud, ¿cómo digo eso?
The healthy system.
Okay, the health system or the police or all the money that has have to be invertido
Invest.
invest in this kind of things is used for other things that no don't don't help us. I don't know
Yeah.
how
Yes.
can I say. So the money come how the women say the corruption affects the economy of the country. Okay,
Yeah.
so this money that must be used mm, en el bienestar.
Um, how do you say bienestar in English? I don't know the mm,
I think it's wellness.
wellness. Yeah, wellness.
Wellness, okay. The money that must be invest in the wellness of the people is used for other things that or use it for
Yeah,
personal
not
personal
for a group, for a
yeah
group of
yeah
people, but only for one person is very sad. For
yeah
example, in Colombia, the situation of education is terrible because there are a lot of people with, for example, in my school, there are a lot, the people have a lot of money. All the students have a computer and internet and different things for the classes, but there are a lot of students around our countries without nothing. For example, internet is
yeah
bad, it's terrible. Only one cell phone, the smartphone for 5 students. For example, the last year I remember the other partner of the class that say that she tried to teach English by WhatsApp. I don't imagine what is the way to try to teach, to send a video and to call the student, hello my dear student, only for each student. Is very complicated situation for because there are a high difference between the rich people and the poor people. It's terrible. But the a lot of money is for corruption. In Colombia, there are a lot of money, but they invest only for a small group of rich people, in my opinion. Okay, Selena, how about you? What is your opinion, the cost of corruption in Colombia?
Okay, teacher. As a video said, every year billions of dollars are paid in bribes, sobornos,
Yeah.
while another considerable amount is stolen, all due to corruption. I think that obviously with all that money, it can be used to implement it, think that
Mm.
roads, maybe schools, hospitals, another. Yeah.
Okay. For example, to buy plane in these days, say that the government would like to buy a lot of uh, uh, planes for the war. No, I don't understand this topic. For the worm it's impossible to think in this is the way to resolve different problems. This is the bad decision for the government, in my opinion. And Jennifer,
Yes, teacher, you're right, because the government spend a lot of money in necessary things, or just the pay of the mayors or the president or the
for
congresses.
publicity,
Yeah, yes, yes, and it's how do you say, buy compra de votos, buy of votes,
both, yeah,
buy of votes in the
near to the
campañas.
coast. Near to the coast is very common that situation.
Yes, it's a lot of money that the government paid of people for one vote, and it's this is the corruption in this country. Not just the president, the mayors, I don't know how do you say senadores congresistas. Yeah, it's not fair to say that is all politicians. No,
For
I
politicians, yeah.
I think I hope at least one good politicians, but in the la mayoría,
A lot.
a lot of the politicians are bad and corruption.
Yes,
That is
yes,
sad.
it's very sad, but it's necessary to think the young people change that reality to select a correct person for the government is the most important.
Yes, but the people always is vote for the same people for the same uh, to have a lot in the power many years and is keep in the power is ridiculous.
Yes, yes, I agree with you. Okay, this is a bad topic. And now the other different thing for the gym is most interesting. The next activity. Okay, my dear students, to share the next part of the class. Oh, what happened with? Okay, okay. In this part, I can talk about the flyer for the gym. This is for reading skills and try to improve your reading skills. Okay, the first part is the best body fitness. Selena, please read this part
Okay, teacher.
until step 2, please.
Step two.
Oh, read, please.
Okay, yeah. Step two, your training.
But
When
the first part about us, step one, and step 2.
okay, teacher. best body fitness about us. You don't want use a gym and membership. You want a membership that means something, and that means you need support, expert help, and a community. Best body fitness is is it is just a gym. It is a full service fitness membership made for you. Here's how it works. Step 1, your assessment.
Assessment.
Assessment. Okay. We begin with a assessment session. This, this is a chance for you to see what we do at Best Body. Our assessment plans are no cost and no risk. We'll also make a training plan specifically for you. Step 2, your training. When you decide to become a Best Body member, we show you what to do, how to do it, and why you are doing it. After a few sessions with an expert private training, you will feel comfortable working out on your own. But don't worry, we'll always be nearby if you have questions.
Okay, thank you. And Nailin, please, step 3 and step 4.
Step Step 3, your membership. Membership works on a month-to-month basis. There are no sign-up fees and no cancellation fees. Start and stop whenever you want. And the best part, our fees are the most competitive in
Mm-hmm.
the whole downtown area.
Area.
Step area. Step 4, your community. At Best Body Fitness, we see everyone as part of a big team. And when you work with a team, you can do great things. Join any of our
Specially said.
specialist classes led by expert instructors. Come to our nutrition classes, participate participate in our regular social events. Everything is included in your fee. Finally, we want to share with you some reasons why our members say that they have chosen us over any other fitness center in the city.
Okay, thank you. And Jennifer?
Okay, it's so easy. Easy to start, stop, cancel, or refund a membership. Easy to access. We're open 24/7. We
Mm-hmm.
never close. Easy to do exercise. We have lots of equipment, no long wait. Easy results. Our trainers are equipment give you success fast. Easy to find in the center of town near public transport and with parking. It's wonderful, wonderful members, wonderful trainers and staff, wonderful equipment, wonderful energy, wonderful location. Come and visit us for a personal tour.
Okay, excellent. The task 1. 1, 2, and 3 question for you, Jennifer. The first visit to the club is free, true or false?
True.
True. Okay, excellent. Second, everybody gets the same training plan?
False.
False. Okay. At this gym, you always do exercise with an expert instructor. True and false.
Um, I think it's true.
Are you sure? True or false? True? Yes?
Yes.
Okay. Excellent. Nailen, if you stop your membership, you don't have to pay anything?
Uh, I think
True
it's
or
true.
false? True? True, true. This gym said is the best value for money. True or false?
I don't know what is value.
Como el valor.
Mm, I think it's true también. Too.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, and six for you is nutrition classes cost a little bit extra.
Mm, false.
False. Excellent. Okay, Selena. The gym is open at 4 o'clock in the morning.
I think false.
False. Mm,
Uh,
okay. The gym is outside of town. The 7 and 8 is not exactly, it's an inferential questions. In the
mm,
test doesn't say to outside of town. But what do
I
you
don't
think? Is
know.
possible outside of town or true or false?
Mm, false. I don't know.
False. Yes. Perfect. Yes, that's correct because it's normally in a big city, not in a small and outside of town is not possible. This
The
is
seven,
the seven
the
is
test
inferential. Doesn't
said
say it.
that never
Yes,
close it.
yes, it's true. But it's an inferential. In the text doesn't say it exactly, but because say that 24/7 is open, but
Sí.
it's an inferential. But
Okay, teacher.
no, the three. At the gym, you always do exercise with an expert instructor? No, it's false. In the test said that only for free exercise. Okay, okay, perfect. The next part of the class to try to explain another topic for modal verbs. Modal verbs is very important when you try to explain for in a polite way to say different options, different sentences in polite way, but it's simple. It's only for remember this topic. Selena, please read the modal verbs of probability, please.
I cannot see, teacher.
Okay, okay. I shared my screen. Now,
Okay, sí, teacher.
okay, the modal verbs of probability.
Okay, talking about the present.
Mhm.
Must, might, could, may, cannot, infinitive for example.
Plus infinitive.
Okay. I am waiting for Julie with another friend, David. I asked
David.
David. I asked, Where is Julie? David guesses.
Guesses.
She must be on the bus. I'm fairly sure this is a good guess. She
Mhm.
might come soon, maybe. She could be lost, maybe. She may be in the wrong route, maybe. She cannot be at home. I'm fairly sure this isn't true.
Okay, excellent. And Nailing, what do you think they use the probability? For example,
I think that the use of probability is something that you are not
not sure.
sure. Yes,
Yes.
I'm thinking insecure, but it's sure. You are not sure that is true or
Or
false.
false.
And
Yes.
it's an intermediate. Uh,
Perfect. Excellent. That's correct. And in this part, this is the ability, Nailing. Please read the example.
we use can and could to talk about a skill or ability. For example, she can speak six languages. My grandfather could play golf very well. I can't drive.
Okay. Give me other example to the ability. For example, for you,
For me, I can
what
sing.
is your? Okay, okay. Okay, perfect. Jennifer, please read the other example, but obligation and advice.
We can use verbs such as must or should to say when something is necessary or unnecessary, or to give advice. For example, children must do their homework. We have to wear a uniform at work. You should stop smoking.
Okay, please give me an example of the obligation with must and advice with should, please. What other example? We use must.
Um,
Mhm.
Maybe I mm, my brother should stop smoking, and I must do practice more English.
Okay, must is obligation, is correct. But should is an advice, is possible, but it's not necessary to do exactly. Okay, excellent. And for permission is the other example, but it's a little different and more polite.